Hi guys, my name is Dingos, and today I bring just a commentary, more like my opinion and thoughts about the new OG season of Fortnite, the state of the game, and what do I think about the future of it. So I hope that you enjoy it.
I feel happy playing the game again. Like I wake up and I want to play the game again like I did back then. Like I could see myself grinding Fortnite for hours like I used to do it. And you know me, I even when I didn't have friends to play with at some point, I even maxed out my Ragnarok. I maxed out those things even playing alone because I really enjoy playing the game and I was a grinder and I will have them completed like way before everybody else. And I will, join other lobbies when I was invited and then it will be like, oh my god, she has the Ragnarok maxed out or she has the Drift maxed out. And I will be like, this is not because I'm good, I just play a lot. The current player base that we're seeing with people returning, new people trying the game and things like that, I think that the reason why we're enjoying it so much is because it's as we remember it. Like I can land a place and I know where the chests are, which is insane that I still remember because it was like years ago. And the map looks beautiful. This is the OG map, but it's with the new graphics. Also, we are enjoying this map with mechanics that we didn't have in the past, like mantling and sprinting, being able to carry one of your teammates when they were knocked down so you can hide them and then you can try to protect them and then bring them back, being able to revive one person with more than one teammate helping. That's something that we didn't have back then either. So it didn't matter if the three of the other people on your squad were holding that button. It didn't make any difference basically, but now it does. So I think that is a good combination of the old things that we really missed and the new things that, later chapters gave us. The nostalgia, it could be something good or it can be something bad for a game. Things change for a reason, right? They are not always good changes, but something that I have learned just in life in general, I think that you need to embrace change because you only have two options. Either you embrace it or you are going to be miserable, right? And I think that that's why a lot of people left the game because they were not having fun playing it when a lot of the changes started to happen. I have learned to adapt regardless of how good or how bad I am at the game. One of the reasons why I have been able to play for so long, I play to have fun. And I have been able to meet so many awesome people in this game that regardless of my skill level, we have fun. And that's what we do. We play to have fun. Now, the nostalgia is something that right now is bringing a lot of old players back. I can guarantee you that a lot of those old players are also bringing new players to the game just because they want to share with them a part of their lives that this game had in them back when they were playing and say, you know what, this is back to what it used to be. And it feels so good. It feels like the old times. And they are sharing that with also new players. So I think that it's a combination. Currently, right now, that nostalgia is old players coming back to the game, those old players bringing new players to share something that used to bring joy to their lives. Like I said, that's a good thing for the game because it's bringing huge numbers. I think that Epic posted like they had like 44 million players and 102 million hours of gameplay. That's crazy. The season has been out for what, 5 days, 6 days so far. So that's a lot. The reason why I think that it could be a good thing or a bad thing, it's because how long is this nostalgia feeling is going to last? It's not a problem per se, but I do see it as the uncertainty of the future of the game. On Epic's mind, Chapter 5 is ready to go. Chapter 5 is going to be arriving in less than a month. I don't watch that many leaks because I like to be surprised. That's just my personal preference. So I can honestly tell you that I don't know what Chapter 5 is going to bring. I have not seen the Battle Pass. I have not seen the map. I always avoid leaks because for me specifically, this game has such a special place in my heart that I always want to be surprised of what they do and get hype about that. I do know that a lot of people out there, they do watch the leaks and things like that, and they follow them, and the leaks are great. Don't get me wrong, I do watch leak skins because I love cosmetics. Like, those are the videos that I want. But I feel like sometimes when we know what is going to happen before it happens, it can also lead to make you dislike something that you don't even know how it's going to play. We know for a fact that Epic has the plan of releasing Chapter 5 in less than a month. The map is going to start to change. There are new weapons that are going to start being added to it. I don't know if how many locations are going to start disappearing based on the changes that the map had for Season 6. As we progress on those changes in the map, in the weapon pool, I don't know how the community is going to react to that. Season X. And that's one of the most hated seasons in Fortnite history because of the mechs. I personally have fun with the mechs. They were annoying AF. 100% they were annoying AF. But like I said, we play to have fun. So if we die to a mech, was okay. We died to a mech. We will goof around with the mechs and things like that. So I know that it ruined the experience for a lot of players. I don't want this game to go through a bad momentum after having this hype, basically. I think that bad momentum, if it happens like that, I think it's going to be for the old players. Epic specifically revitalized the game when they open zero build. A lot of the reasons why a lot of the players stop playing the game was the skill gap between builders and non-builders. Me personally, I really don't care. I have tried to improve and I have improved on my building, but I am nowhere near any pro player or any sweat or any tryhard that spends a bunch of hours on creative than just doing box fights and things like that. That's not my goal. Not because I don't want to get better, that's not why, but I have a full-time job. I'm also a full-time content creator, and I am not building my content only on one game. And that's the hardest thing to do, but that's like another story. But basically, I don't have the time to spend a bunch of hours on creative, practicing my building, boxing people and things like that. But I have learned to defend myself. A lot of other players are just like, you know what, I don't have the time for this either, and I don't, this building thing starts to become stupid for them, and they said, you know, I don't want this, right? So they left because of that skill gap. In this game, it's either you get better, or you try a way to have fun and still enjoy the game, or you move to a different game that doesn't require that. So when they brought zero build was supposed to be there for a week. Like, it was not supposed to be a thing, a permanent thing. And it brought back so many older players that move on probably to going back to Call of Duty, for example, or any other shooter that they played before playing Fortnite. It increased the player base again. And for the most part, like, most of the friends that I play nowadays, they prefer no builds because they can build. They started playing when no builds was a thing, like was a permanent game mode. If you don't want to play builds, that's the beauty of it right now. You can have both things. You can play a first-person shooter that you fell in love with, and I can guarantee you that probably a lot of players, they, even when zero build became a thing, they didn't even try to come back to the game because for them, like, no, the game is stupid. They always bring broken weapons and whatever. And right now that this is the first time that they get to try the OG map with zero build, I hope that make them stay and still enjoy the game because they don't have to deal with that one thing or one of the reasons why they stopped playing. shotgun is back in the game. That has not been out in the game for so long, and it's such a good weapon, and a lot of the new players have not been able to play with those, and that was a weapon that for a lot of people was the go-to. And when it was removed, it was really hard to find the one that you like if you were into the tech. Rocket launchers, they are back in the game, and they are as annoying as I remember them. Like, for the most part, I think that all of the weapons are balanced except with the LMG. The LMG has always been broken. Like, there is no that, even when they vaulted and they have brought it back a few times in the new chapters, it's always broken. But it's interesting because I've been testing the weapons, because that's something that I do, also for some of the content that I post on TikTok, and I like to try them and test them so I can show new players, okay, this is how this works and this is how you can test it. Just try it, see if you like the weapon or not. But the LMG doesn't have as much bloom as the rest of the weapons, like the rest of the ARs, for example. Bloom is something that we have not had the last few chapters or the last few seasons. And with these OG weapons, we have bloom. So if you are used to shoot and hit every shot, or hit most of your shot, if you're not used to that bloom and how much it sprays the bullet as you continue spamming the weapon, it's something that you're going to have to get used to. Like, for example, if you start playing last season or last chapter, we had weapons like the twin mag, that it was a, number one, it was a first person shooter view. There was no bloom. You just needed to make sure to hit your shot, basically. Number one, I wondered if Epic is going to listen to the feedback and say, hey, we have seen the feedback, we have seen that the numbers are there, people are enjoying the game, we have millions of you guys playing, you guys are sticking to the game, we want you to stay here. And maybe they extend this quote unquote OG for a little bit longer, or they keep some of that during the next chapter. I honestly don't know how thing it would last, and that's the thing about nostalgia, that it can only last for so long. Some of the comments that I have heard is, if they keep rotating things that were doing chapter one, for example, every season or every so often, maybe they can make this last a little bit longer. Something that I personally believe is that being able to bring new things to the game is what keeps the game fresh, so you don't get bored of playing the same things over and over again. I think that in the introduction of broken items like the Infinity Blade or the Max to help newer players get that first victory royale is what a lot of OG players didn't like. Back then, we were spoiled. We were getting new items every week, we were getting new mobility every week, we were getting new things every week, and we got spoiled. So when you can only come up for so much so quickly and keep up that rhythm, it's really hard to keep up that rhythm. So we need to remember that eventually they will still have to bring new things to the game that we might not all like, but if you're still having fun, they just stay. We love you here. If you're watching this on YouTube and you like this content, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, whatever you want to do. Comment, we really appreciate it. Any interaction helps a lot. If you want to catch me live, the link for my Twitch is going to be in the description box. I stream 4 days a week. I don't stream Fortnite every day because, like I said before, I am a variety streamer and I try different games, and that's basically how I create my content. But if you want to enjoy more Fortnite content, I stream every Thursdays for Fortnite, and I actually just released a new episode of the Potato Chronicles, and that is specifically Fortnite edition. So it's going to show up in the screen somewhere. Bye!